taste alcohol, huh?
I thought it was gonna be horrible, like.
Yeah, you know me. I'm not big on drinking. I don't drink something that tastes bad, but no, these are good.
Trying to drink alcohol is breaking the rules, but I just want to give it a try only once in my life.
I don't understand people. You know, Citra comes into the show, you know, talking about the religion, all that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden, you're all of a sudden breaking rules just like that. And also on top of that, you're breaking rules with somebody that's literally got an addictive personality. Fair enough, Sam says that drinking isn't really one of his key things and whatnot, but like, let's really think about this. She wants her dad to accept him. She wants her dad to allow them to marry. Yet she's going to potentially gamble with going out with this guy for a drink. What if she ended up really enjoying the drink and then they both started drinking like there's no tomorrow? You know, and then one thing led to another. All of a sudden, he's now pulling out some sort of substance out of nowhere. I wouldn't be surprised. And all of a sudden, boom, next day they wake up and they're in the bed, they're in the same bed. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then what? Listen, I don't want to sound like I'm making a big deal out of it, but it's the thing that I don't understand about 90 Day Fiancé. Last season, we had Mary on the other way. Mary was like, you know, Lolo said that, you know, obviously we need permission from Lolo before we can hold hands. We need permission before we can kiss. We need permission before we can sleep together. We need permission before we can even share the same bed. But then we saw from straight at the beginning, Mary was breaking every single rule, literally. First time meeting him, kiss, cuddle, holding hands. Broke 3 rules all in one hit. Then after that, within like the first week or something stupid, like, I don't know, boom, what happens? She's pregnant. But she's not going to get pregnant until after marriage. Breaking all the rules. The difference is that she wasn't dealing with somebody that, of course, you know, had an addictive personality, which is obviously the plus, the only plus I can think of when it comes to Mary and Brandon. But now we're in a situation where we got Citra here. She knows that she's dealing with someone like Sam, someone who literally maybe get a diversion. Like, come on, do you really want to risk trying it for the first time with the chances where, come on. To be fair, I will say this though, respect to Sam for making sure the drink that he did order was a light one. It wasn't nothing strong, which is good. So I give him credit for that one, 100%. Sometimes I really do wonder, why do people say that they live by certain rules, but then they're more than happy to break them? Make that make sense, but you can't make sense out of stupidity. Let's continue.
The alcohol and no pork.
I mean, you know I'm not a big drinker. My only issue is like when you can't, like you're not supposed to do things.
Exactly. See, obviously right now she's educating him. There's no alcohol, no pork. And it's funny because she just had alcohol anyway. But it's weird though because Sam says alcohol isn't really a thing for him. But then he goes, yeah, but you know when you're told you can't have something, it makes you want it more. If I'm here now, I'm listening to what he's saying. I'm thinking, red flag. Ooh, I don't know if I can trust you. Ooh, because I know that you've got a history of always rehab. No, of always like, you know, relapsing all the time. And now you're telling me that if you're told that you can't have something, you're going to struggle to stick to it. Right now, right now, I feel like we all have every reason to believe that she's not with him for him. She's with him for the green card. Fully believe that.
You just, you know, with my past, I struggle with certain things. But like, I want you to help set the guideline and like where we call it quits. I heard that we still need Citra's dad's blessing before the conversion. Like, it's terrifying. But in the back of my mind, like, does any of this really even matter? Because Herman can still take Citra back to Indonesia no matter what I do.
Exactly. And you think that they wouldn't want to gamble with anything like that right now, would they now? They'd want to play everything as safe as possible. Nah. That ain't safe. What would we do that for? That's just boring. Anyway, we continue.
We bond and he treats me like a son-in-law, but he's also worried at times. They're expecting me to kind of be that rich American that, you know, just Mr. Hero.
And that got me really, really thinking. And I was like, is this why she's with you there, mate? It's funny because there's a certain point in the video where, in the episode where she says that when Sam came, he was being a cheapskate. Therefore, she paid for all the dates and stuff that they did when they were in Indonesia. So straight away, we know that obviously man isn't, you know, wealthy, whatever, right? But I do wonder if there's another plan behind it. Okay, well, if he has got no wealth, it's fine. How about I come to America and then, you know, I can start working and make us wealthy? I don't know. But that little comment there was a red flag for me. Why would he say that? you know? Because at the end of the day, if they originally saw him as maybe the American hero was financially stable, and then realized he wasn't, well, what's plan B? You get the green card at least anyway. And let's not forget though, his brother is now dating Citra's sister.
And they're quick to point out, call me Popeye. Like, they've made me feel worse about myself, I think, than any like bully I've ever had in school. But I love them.
I love the way he literally just like low-key says, yeah, I get bullied by her sister, but you know, I'm just gonna play it cool. I really wonder why he actually wanted to say that to me. And it's crazy because if you're telling me that her sister has said mean things to you, that's worse than you ever heard. That really exposes how much your sister maybe just doesn't respect you or doesn't even like you. Maybe she's basically bullying you because she knows that you're only temporarily until her sister gets what she needs from you. Just saying though.
My sisters, they're really excited about coming to America, but they're gonna be disappointed when they get into Canada because they think people looks like Ryan Gosling, but and aliens.
So here's another thing. The sisters also want to come to the States because they want to experience the big city life. And the thing is, with 90 Day Fiancé, each time we hear anyone talk about the big city life, that person ends up not necessarily being in that relationship once the show's over. That person ends up leaving that person once the green cards come, and then all of a sudden that person's now in a big city. That is a trend that we have seen with some people, you know, over the years. You know, seen it with Hamza. I don't know about Mohammed, but I wouldn't be surprised if Mohammed was now in a city. You know what I'm saying? So we've seen it happen a couple of times. Razvan is obviously in the United States, but of course he got himself there by himself. So back to that, you know what I mean? But either way, Sinjin, yeah. But either way, though, right now for me personally, I'm struggling to give Citra the benefit of the doubt by saying that she's here with him for him. Right now, I just feel like there were more signs to say that she's here just to use him, and that's just the grand scheme of it. If you guys have seen any sign that tells you that she's with him for the right reasons, please let us know in the comment section. I would love to hear this because I don't know if I can be convinced. Because I'm fully convinced that you know, she's here to just get what she needs and then she's out. Because to be honest with you, if the dad was really as strict as he seems to be, I don't know, and I don't really believe that he would be happy with his daughter being with somebody that has a criminal record. Somebody not only has a criminal record, but somebody that has a relapse record. What father in their right mind would want someone to be with their daughter that has a relapse record, let alone a criminal record? It's very subjective. And also on top of that, someone that arguably can't even financially support his child because he still lives at home with his dad. Let's not forget that. Dad and his brother. You see what I'm saying? And usually dads from this kind of culture, I'd imagine, want their daughter to be with somebody that's going to give the security. But if you can't get the security, what else can you get out of it though? You can get the green card. You know what I mean? So, go think about it. Now he's got 2 daughters married into the same family. And both daughters live in the same house because both sons live in the same house with their daddy. Wow. 2 daughters. Both of them end up in relationship with 2 brothers who both live with their daddies. They're single beds. Like I said, if you could tell me otherwise of how these relationships are serious, please let me know because right now the evidence points that you're being used. Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.